Hello, this is a talk about Western decadence. So, the first item on the list is the collapse of Christianity. Now, Christianity was really the lifeblood of the West, and we see in the Middle Ages the pinnacle of European civilization in terms of its intellectuality and its closeness to the divine and its the power of its spirituality and all these things. And Christianity is now collapsed by the time we get to the 21st century, and it's had disastrous implications for Western societies. And it's all been about industrial progress, and this industrial progress has led to technological accomplishments like this smartphone that I'm recording this on now, but it's completely abandoned higher truths as a kind of counterbalance to that um, industrial advancement, an inevitable counterbalance to it. So the second point is vapid consumerism. Now, the shopping mentality and consumerism of today is truly vapid and empty, and it's really an embarrassment. But it's just a distraction. It's in the famous words of T.S. Eliot, distracted from distraction by distraction, and really it's leaving higher truths behind entirely, and this is what is the most important thing, and we just abandon that entirely in favour of living completely superficial and empty lives. So the third thing is stupidity. Now, this industrial advancement at the expense of intellectuality has led to complete stupidity amongst the population, and we see this kind of vapid emptiness, and universal education doesn't mean everyone's suddenly very intelligent. Universal education has just given everyone a sort of rudimentary Western knowledge about things, and quite a crude knowledge, but it's not really helped us on our spiritual and intellectual journeys at all. And Western society is really marked by stupidity to a high degree, and that includes political leaders as well. So the fourth thing which brings me on to this is bad democracies. Now, we've already seen with COVID that democracy is becoming increasingly authoritarian, and indeed it was Plato that said that democracies slide into authoritarianism almost inevitably. So that's something to watch out for. And we see a very degenerate and decadent democracy in our age, and it is going to slide into authoritarianism. And as I say, we see that very sharply with the COVID outbreak. How quickly governments are clamping down on basic freedoms, and it's really quite scary. And the final point is collapse of ontological value. Now, ontological value means experiencing life as it's meant to be experienced at the heights of being, and living a life rich in beauty, truth, and goodness. And that's entirely lacking from modern societies in the West. And really, this collapse of ontological value is perhaps the most worrying thing, because it means that we've entirely thrown away the basis for living, the basis for our lives, and it's just led to all the bad results that I've been describing. So, really, is there a comeback for the West? Is there a chance of regeneration? Well, it's always possible, but at the moment things are just just sliding into worse and worse states and conditions. So it's not looking too good at the moment. But this sort of exasperates me because I try to um, live a fulfilling life, but I feel that the rest of society sort of weighs in on that, and um, one is inevitably dragged down by this in the ethos of Western societies and the culture and the aesthetic and all these related things weigh down on one's spirit, and it's very difficult to rise above that and to try and live a independent life, inevitably in solitude, because that's the only way to get rid of bad influences. And I try to be a good Catholic because I believe that Christianity was the lifeblood of the West, and now that it's collapsed, we just see vapid decadence in our society nowadays. So I wish I could give a more upbeat message, but this is just how I feel about things. And yeah, so I'll keep this talk brief. So that concludes it. Thank you.